You and your lanterns.
And proper lighting.
Trying to blind me. Shit. Just blinding the fuck out of me. Here we are in the Big Rona universe. Thinking Big Rona thoughts. So
Hi.
Hi there, folks. Are you going forward and stir crazy and just looking at the pathetic human species out there losing their collective marbles? And they say I'm
Their
crazy.
collective marbles are everywhere.
They put them here and there and over there. And some of them are in your closet.
Under the couch.
In your dog's sphincter.
Don't know how it got there.
What happens when you lose your marbles? How's everybody doing in the police state? The Big Rona police state.
The big fascist police state.
Yeah. Like, oh, there we go. Hey, it's Toots. Hi. Like, I don't know, but guess what? Trump made America #1 again. We're #1 in infections. We're #1 in deaths. We're #1 in doing the least. We're #1 in doing nothing. Like,
we're #1 in spreading it everywhere.
This is the kind of, I mean, this is gonna go down as the worst fucking natural disaster in U.S. history. It could have been a nothing. It could have been a no big deal. If we know how to deal with these things. Starting to get paranoid. Why?
Watching the news is all
fear mongering.
Yeah.
I don't know how Canada's doing. You guys ain't even. You peoples up there ain't nearly as stupid as people down here, so you guys still got a fighting chance. Down here, the virus today recently infected the San Francisco homeless population, so that's going to be a big. That's a 2-week ticking time bomb right there.
Yeah.
And who knows when the 2 weeks started? Nobody. It's just a little time bomb out there of death waiting to go off. This is when real plagues can start to happening, because this thing's.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I'm sorry.
I'll be over here for a sec.
Yeah, with his own theory. But we're talking about America here. The nation where the rulers, the rich people, care the least amount for the poor people of any nation on earth. You can't pick another nation on earth that cares less about their poor and homeless peoples. America's #1 there too. You can tell us your theory, Toots. So, what's going to happen when these homeless people start to die on the streets and their bodies are just off in the bushes, wherever it is they went off to die at, and they're festering out there? Spring is here. It's rainy season up and down the coast, San Francisco and stuff. So what's going to happen when you have a bunch of fucking dead homeless people and warm, wet weather? I mean, this is a real recipe for fucking plague coming up right here. I mean, people think the coronavirus is bad.
Granted, though, when it rains in San Francisco, it's never warm.
It's warm for the plague. Those little plague bugs, they're totally happy in 60-degree weather. But yeah, so that happened.
I don't think it rains at 60 degrees in San Francisco.
Wow. Why you being against me? I'm gonna trump you and take you off of this fucking press briefing.
You are freezing pipes.
That's what Trump said. Oh no. Oh good, the dogs ain't gonna go bonkers. Wait for you to do the pipes. So like we got third person. Hi third person and second person, whoever's not talking. Do we need to remind people this is freedom zone where you can say whatever you want to say? Like people don't talk on like with each other. They just scream at each other nowadays, I think. I'm not sure. Toots has his own theory. Oh, I'm going with.
Okay, I'm back.
Here, welcome back. I'm going with Iran's hypothesis and China's. China and Iran are pretty much on the same sheet of music on this one.
What do they hypothesize?
Hey, I can't pronounce that, but hi.
Jorgen.
Welcome back. Jorgen. Well, I can pronounce Jorgen, but Jorgen Becker.
Was that difficult?
It's spelled difficult. But yeah, China did all the scientific investigation and found that the virus most likely came from 4 U.S. soldiers that were in Wuhan for their military exposition, and that's how it all got started. So just saying, that's what I'm going with. It doesn't matter. Everybody's dying no matter how it started. What?
You're right. It's, you can't, it's technically true.
So, I think so. You got it right, not me. You said it. Stupid.
It's okay, Murph.
Murphy, don't freak out, please. Just
boom, boom. It's
don't
okay.
Be a spaz.
It's okay. I know. Here, do you want it? You want to get up here? Come on, up here.
Murphy. He doesn't know what he wants.
He doesn't know what he wants.
Hey, Murphy, Murph. It's okay.
He wants him to stop making boomy sounds.
The boom. Hey, puppy. Yes, I see you too. Oh, God.
There's Blue.
There's Blue barking out there for no reason. I'm not sure what the boom was, but we live really close to the town dump. So I thinking that we sometimes hear booms and it's always at nighttime. And I think they're
not that close.
Yeah, we are. For gunshot sounds. They travel up and down that river, the sound does. It's the sound can go far.
The sound was over there.
I thought it was over there. That would be the way of the dump anyways. I think they use it to scare away the rats at the dump, though, long story short. I could be wrong. It could be some redneck down at Castle Rock shooting at mosquitoes. Don't know. Happy.
No, that was closer than Castle Rock.
Well, then you can come up with your own idea then. I'm out.
No, I'm just naysaying your ideas.
Might be jet afterburners. No, we would have heard the jets. We only get like the military choppers flying around here. I haven't seen any military jets.
Well, it is Saturday before Zombie Jesus Day.
Yeah, it could be people celebrating Zombie Jesus Day.
Could be that.
Could be that. But don't know. So breaking news for the apocalypse. I'm out of soda. And
that blows.
it's like they say, war is hell. You run out of soda. You know, in Kosovo, we never ran out of soda. We had so much soda, we were throwing soda cans at the kids because they always come up, Mister, give me. I'll give you a soda can upside your head.
Did you shake them up really good first? Here you go, kid.
Yes, that's it. I got a little pissed off in Kosovo. What?
Okay.
It's because humans are just scum. It doesn't matter where you go. Humans are generally scum. Like, so it's like Kosovo's, I think, the Balkans. It's very mountainous and very cold in the wintertime there. And it's a bunch of fucking farmers and shit. I deserve. And so these are like really poor people and they don't have much. So, you know, we go into a village and there's like these kids running around with no gloves on, wearing just whatever to stay warm. And I thought that was pretty goddamn pathetic. So, when, oh shit, everybody's running away. The fuck?
Okay. Bye then.
They came and they left. They missed all your cleavage. So, like, when I noticed all the kids without gloves and I'd be back on base, I went to the store and I bought like a shit ton of gloves. And the next time we went on patrol, I distributed the gloves to all the children in the village. And then the next time we went to the village, they didn't have the gloves. I'm like, where are your gloves? And they're like, our parents took them from us. So, you know, fuck adults. I can care less about adults. They can all just fuck off and die. They can get the big Rona and die because they steal from children. That's how I see.
Yep.
Things. The camera is too high for cleavage. There. Is that better? Hey, puppy, what do you want? Are you gonna go sit down? You wanna go sit down? Why do you want my attention? I give you attention all day. We walked you. You know?
There was lots of attention.
Yeah, go sit down. There's no more boom booms. Good. Go. You can go sit on the bed. Why does she do this?
To be difficult. Oh, look, you can see her on the camera now.
Yeah.
There she is, being all
doggy-like,
sulky.
all paranoid. Where'd Murph go?
He's laying down there.
Oh gosh. You guys are freaking ridiculous. I hope you know that, dogs. So, in other Corona news, the USS Theodore Roosevelt now has 550 confirmed Corona cases.
Woohoo!
And just so you know, an aircraft carrier has between like 4,000 and 7,000 people on board. Take him get the stream my strike. I don't think so. So, right around the neighborhood of 10% of the crew is infected with the coronavirus on that ship. And an Italian aircraft carrier got infected, and another U.S. aircraft carrier is also infected with the virus. There's also rumors of soldiers stationed in Iraq with the coronavirus. You know, Ain al Assad Air Base, the one Iran blasted the crap out of a little while back. Well, that one has the big Rona now. So those soldiers are getting blown up and wasted by virus and having all kinds of hard times in life.
Be them, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know where you're going, dog. I was turning the heater up because it's fucking cold in here.
He's turning the heater off because it's cold?
No, I turned it up because it's cold.
Okie dokie.
It was on low and now it's on high.
Now it's all high. Okie dokie. So, yeah. Don't know. So I wish we had more people around. Just so you know, if we get to 1,000 subscribers, we can live stream from the phone or the tablet.
That'll take a while.
Yeah. Ships are fucking virus death traps. Like,
yeah.
It doesn't matter what kind of a ship it is. They're very not clean because that's the nature of a fucking ship.
Well, there's just so many people in a small space.
Yeah, and they all share the same air. Why does he do that every fucking time?
Yeah.
Every fucking time. And he was probably sleeping when I left. It's like, seriously, Blue, he can just bark for a while, I guess.
Well, I don't want to annoy everybody inside.
This will be a short stream, probably.
I suppose so.
Why does he do that?
Because he's looking for me.
Why does he do that? Like, seriously. Does he do this every time we leave?
Maybe.
Oh, if that's the case, like he should calm down after a while then. Because he doesn't bark like that the whole time we're gone.
Yeah, I don't know.
The last death cruise. So we are hitting, let me see, the amount of death we have. Almost 7 9/11s. That's a unit of measurement now. When you're measuring dead peoples, you measure them in 9/11s until you get up to the next order of magnitude, which would be like holocausts. So we're at like 6 or 7 9/11s in America right now. And the coronavirus is now the #1 leading cause of death in America.
Woohoo!
It only took it a few short weeks to gain that spot.
Heart disease can just take a back seat.
Cancer, Drake egg, fucking car wrecks, gun violence. They've all been beat out by the coronavirus. Think about that. The coronavirus is now killing more people in America than school shootings. That's a lot of dead people.
Well, there's no school shootings. Schools are all out.
Well, they can practice. I don't know. But I'm just saying, they beat all that out. And it's going off of like 2018 or 19 statistics, right? So we're the world global fucking heavyweight champions of dying here in America. Because we're MAGA. We made America great again in dying. And
it wasn't MAGA, it was MATA, Make America Dead Again.
yeah. So tomorrow, all across America, all of the fucking ultra religious people are going to be ignoring all safety precautions, and they're going to be going out doing their Zombie Jesus Day church celebrations. So in about 2 weeks from tomorrow, if you thought the dying that is going on now is bad, just wait for this shit to blow up. It's in the homeless camps, it's on the aircraft carriers, it's in all the cities, and now you're gonna have people going out to fucking church mingling, and then they go, well, thankfully they can't go to restaurants, they're all closed.
They'll have church buffets.
Yeah. Just to make sure they could spread the virus around. Because remember, folks, America has done the least amount of testing of any nation on earth. Yeah, that'd be hilarious if they knocked on the doors. Can I stick my tongue down your mouth and share my Corona with you? Hey, when Jehovah's comes to the door, I'll be like, come on in. I got a Big Rona to share with you. We've been making Rona jokes all day. I'm so bored, people. I've started trolling people on Plenty of Fish. Just today, I told some girl that I can't wash my hands because I lost them to the Big Rona. So,
like, shooting dice or something, against the Rona.
No, it's like Evil Dead. They got into the hands.
You kept slapping yourself.
I'm going to post that one up on Twitter or something. I'm going to get the Evil Dead clip and I'm going to be like, this is the don't let the coronavirus get you. This is what it does. inside of in, inside a coronavirus infection. Oh. So he walked all the way around the house.
Yep.
Maybe he'll quit barking now. You want me to go grab him?
Sure.
Oh, God. Stop, puppy. Why are you guys all hovering? Hovering.
She wants out now, too. Dogs are a little crazy. It's like Blue's confused and somehow thinks that we like went to bed, but we totally didn't go to bed. So there's Blue, everybody.
He went barking all over the yard, all the way around the house. Brr, it's chilly out there.
Yeah, it is.
Brr. So we did this one later. I was hoping our regulars would be here, but
Apparently not.
they're working or taking a nap.
A work nap.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get into this coronavirus thing.
Okay.
and what went wrong? Thanks, Tits.
A retrospect.
A retros. I can't go there. It didn't work. So the proper way to deal with a pandemic is you test people and you isolate the infected. That's the right way to deal with it. So hit down here in America land, we've done virtually no testing. And you can't fight a pandemic if you're not testing to see who has the pandemic. So that's why we got this everybody stay in your home things, because 3 months ago when this all started, our nation said, fuck it, we don't give a flying fuck, let the dying commence.
Everybody stay in your home and just die there, and
well, no, at first they were
for everybody.
At first they were saying, no, don't worry about it, we got a travel ban on China, we're all good. We don't need a test, it's not coming here. And see, they make me out China.
Yeah.
See, by the time your nation is telling everybody to stay home, so.
Well, I mean, that's exactly right, though. How do you get tested?
Call your doctor.
I suppose.
That's what you're supposed to call in. By the time your nation is telling everybody to stay home and all that shit, it means you've already failed to respond to the pandemic. Because the right way the whole staying inside, that's a short-term measure to try to get back out in front of the pandemic so that you can stop it. The whole staying at home doesn't stop it. It just postpones things. Because as soon as everybody's out in public again, if you're not testing and isolating, it's going to come right on back. It's like, oh, new people I can infect. This thing lives for days on some surfaces. So as soon as people are out and about again, there's going to be a new wave of death.
Well, and just the fact that there's plenty of people who have it and don't have symptoms.
Well, that's what makes it dangerous. So it already had the big C. But yeah, that's why everybody's doing this lockdown stay at home. It's supposed to be so you have time as a nation to get your factories manufacturing test kits, to be getting all the medical equipment lined up that you're going to need, to dig all the graves that you're going to need. I don't know. But 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 when they're like, okay, we've shut things down, and then they did nothing else, and then they come out and they're saying, oh, we're going to open back up again. Well, that's just going to make the problem bigger, because you also got to remember there's more infections now than there was 3 months ago. So as soon as you have people up mingling around, they're going to start spreading this shit around again. Every single time. Every single time. Every single time a church violates the fucking.
Well, and apparently Amazon is
Oh, God.
responsible for a lot of it
Yeah.
going everywhere.
Well, Amazon is treating their employees like slaves, and so they're all fucking pissed. So they're infecting packages intentionally. Multiple fucking Amazon shipping warehouses have closed, have strikes. Not the, but yeah, the multiple Amazon shipping facilities have had strikes because of this. They've all tested positive.
If you didn't have that, it's not like it,
Yeah.
it just goes away.
Yeah. Multiple Amazon facilities have already tested with the virus. So the world's largest shipping company is fucking spreading this pandemic everywhere, since they seem to have taken over a large part of fucking all shipping. Because how does one company get that big? That's some bullshit. That thing needs to be tore down.
Mm-hmm.
Amazon needs to be broken up big time. So, oh man, I just get so frustrated with how, because we could have had a nice normal human civilization and everybody doing their own thing, but no, everybody had to fucking let bread and circuses fucking take over the government, and now we have a fucking fascist hellhole police state. It's really that simple. And just so you know, took me 2 minutes to say it. The fucking anybody who's still saying Trump's done so great in this, it means they're in a cult. Treat them as a cult member. Let them know that they're sick, they're mentally ill. Treat these people like they're mentally ill, because that's what cult members are. They are mentally ill. So remember that. So whenever you see people talking about, oh, Trump's doing great, blah, 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 it's China's fault, whatever story they put out there, let them know they're ill, they're mentally ill, they're in a cult, and they need to get help. Puppy, go to the bed. Up. Go up.
I don't know what he thinks he's looking for.
He's stupid. He doesn't know. He doesn't know what he's looking for. This thing won't stay lit. Hey, Devin.
Hey there.
And then coming in at the end again. But yeah, so those people are in a cult. A lot of the people in the cult are waking up. If you've noticed the national fucking stupid polls, where actually people are starting to be like, oh yeah, he totally fucked up. And some people are leaving the cult, but a lot of them, a solid 40%, are staying in the cult. A bad porn video. Well, maybe his hair is in the witness protection program and they have to blur it out. I think they blur it out because he makes them blur it out because he doesn't like when the wind is blowing his hair. He's such a narcissist. So obvious.
Yeah.
It's so obvious. And his cult's just like
They
telling
just eat
everybody
it up.
he's the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
He's doing great. It's the worst disaster in U.S. history, but he done a fine job. And his little cult soldiers are out there saying, "We need to open America back up." Have you done the testing yet? Have we gotten a handle on this thing? No, we've dealt with it zero. They think that it's just going to magically fucking get better. Seriously. They magically thought that it wasn't going to come here. Now they think it's going to magically just get better. Like,
Yep.
I'm telling you, with the way this federal government's going, we could see some real fucking Civil War shit. When state governors are just like, if we're on our own, we're on our own. If the federal government under Trump not only is not helping the states, they're fucking undercutting the states and making everything worse.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen when a bunch of state governors get together and say fuck this shit? You know, what's it going to take? Don't know. Or when some of those state militias say fuck this shit, we're not fucking paying federal taxes no more. And they fucking storm the Capitol and take over and be like, no more taxes coming out of this state. And then what? Then you got full blown civil war. And guess what? With the entire federal goddamn military infected with the coronavirus, they ain't going to be able to respond to shit. Hamstrung. The U.S. military right now is totally hamstrung with this pandemic. No Disney movie end of this. It's like I told people, I was like, oh America, I got to break some bad news for you. This ain't gonna end well.
This is getting more like a horror story, horror movie ending.
So I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying that's becoming a possibility because of how bad this shit's going. This is how civil wars happen. Don't puppy go on the bed. Up. When yeah, I saw that tits. But that's how nations fucking fall apart. When the actual highest branch of your government turns into a criminal organization that does nothing but rob from you and do harm to you and prevent you from governing your little area, whether it be a state or whatever. That's how civil wars start. It's not conspiracy stuff. It's not fear mongering. This is just a simple fact of nations. Like when your top authority is looting your nation and preventing the other leaders from doing the right thing, that's how civil wars get started. Because who wants to live in a fucking shithole ruled by thieves that are doing everything they can to create the most death as possible? Well, that if you're in America right now, that's your government. Your federal government is doing its utmost to make sure you die. Especially if you're in a blue state, because the dumb fuck in the White House thinks that it's fucking, the Democrats is the problem. They're all the problem. They're all criminals. Oh, they all are. Toots. What do you think? They wrote a $2.2 trillion bailout package that went almost exclusively to fucking banks.
Yeah.
It's fucking bullshit. You know? Uh, yeah, of course they're lining their pockets. They already did that. That's what the fuckers did back in fucking whenever the fuck it was, 2 months ago, when the intel reports came in and said, hey, there's a pandemic coming out of China, and fucking jumping up there, nope, that's a hoax. And fucking all the fucking senators and congress people dumped their fucking stocks right before the market crashed. Of course they're looting everything. That's how they do it. Oh gosh, these dogs are being silly.
Apparently.
So, blah. Don't know what to say. But that's how they do it, folks. So yeah, if you're living in America, remember your federal government is actually attacking you. They're intentionally trying to get you dead. All for their own personal profits. They don't care how many people die. They don't give a fuck. They just want their fucking slaves back in their little fucking slave boxes. Making
Well, it'd be better for them if we died because we're useless to them.
Yeah, well, the joke's on them. Well, that's if they don't get more, yeah. And that's really, you know. Yeah, exactly, Toots. Exactly. It's not relief money. It's, hey, there's a disaster, so let's rob this place while we can. There was no relief. There was no emergency, anything. A disaster happened. We're in the middle of it. It's an ongoing thing. And all the rich people in America got together and said, let's rob this nation fucking blind.
Pretty much.
And that's what happened. So, if yeah, that's where you live. Your leaders, your Democrats, your Republicans, your Bernie Sanders, they're not going to help you. Look at Tulsi Gabbard. Have you heard anything from her lately? No, not a fucking peep. Not a fucking peep. It's just fucking bullshit. I mean, you see me out here running my fucking mouth, so why is there nobody in America saying the right things? Noam Chomsky ain't doing it. He's milking this shit too. I bet he gets paid for all that shit he says when he's like on those little interviews and stuff. Fucking. But you live in a nation that's actually become a cancer. Your government is a cancer. Your government is the cancer. China's going back out and doing their own thing, and so far it's going okay for them. They think they got a handle on it. Only time will tell if they do or not. But if you notice, China doesn't have 20,000 dead people. It blindsided China. China should have been the worst hit nation because that's where it started. And they should have had the most infections, the most deaths, but no, they responded fast and they did the right things, or they did enough right things, and they got a handle of it to where all their people didn't just all up and die on them. Oh yeah. I don't think any of those Hollywood people actually had the infection. I think they were all paid to say
an easy story, certainly.
I think they were paid to say what they'd said and pretend they had the virus because that's how they control the herd. And the CIA, I guess we're gonna have to end this. We'll try to come back in a few days and talk more. But our dogs are being really stupid.
Especially this almost 16-year-old dog.
So we gotta deal with dogs. Yeah. Tomorrow I have to get into my hazmat chute so I can go grocery shopping. We do want to try to go early tomorrow so we can beat the goddamn stupid fucks. I guess I didn't tell them about the fight at Winco. Oh, well.
Yeah.
We'll have to do that next time. So remind me next time to talk about the fight at Winco. And
Yep.
tell your friends we need 1,000 subscribers. Tie people down. Get their fucking passwords from them. Go on their YouTube and subscribe to our channel for us. Chloroform, armed robbery, whatever it takes to get our subs up to 1,000.
You can do it.
Yeah. Just and remind me to tell you about the Winco fight next time. Later.
Right.